Morning. We've got a cow calving. Let's go and have a look. It's a blue just around here, calving to a Charolais. I just spotted her. Like some chunky feet. She's a 19 cow, so she'll be 6 years old. I don't know whether to leave her or to give it a pull. I've only spotted it about 5 minutes ago, so I don't know how long she's been going. Ooh, decisions. You know what, I might just pull its legs straight, just to give her a bit more room. Might have to go into black and white so that YouTube doesn't fall at me for the blood. But head's popped out, just straighten that leg out and boom, straight out. So I think she'll calve. Might just see if I can stick this somewhere. Come on, gal. You do the work. Come on, that's it. You've got it. Come on. One. Another one, you've got it. Another one and you've got it. There we go, gal. Look at that. There we go. We've got it. Well done, gal. It's a nice bull calf. Had to put it in this kind of recovery position because you can hear it's got quite a lot of sort of gravelly mucus on its chest. So you put his front legs either side, tuck them underneath like this. And the same with its back legs, and sit it down. It puts less pressure on its ribs than trying to hoist it up and hold it up, and it will clear the mucus better. A lot of people will lift them up by their back legs, you know, with a calving jack or over a gate or something, and that's fine. It will clear the mucus, but what can happen is all your guts and everything puts pressure on the diaphragm and the lungs, stops the lungs from opening up. So if you put them in that kind of recovery position, the theory is that you don't have the pressure on the lungs and it gives the lungs room to expand. So calving's been pretty manic. We are less than 3 weeks in from having the first calf, less than 2 weeks officially, and we are well over 50% of the way through. As you can see, there's not a lot left in here. This middle yard, this is all we got left. Not many at all. And one of them has already calved, so we've got the beauty of a heifer calf that we had yesterday afternoon. 9 left in the Dyson group, I think. So it is mainly just the blues down the bottom that are kind of dragging their heels. They're in calves this Charolais, as I said before, sort of longer gestation, so we're not expecting them to be as quick, but they've bagged up massively. I think we're gonna have a bit of a rush on in the next couple of days. But we've got a cow parked here, and I'll tell you why. Because we've got a bog off offer on calves. Look, we've got buy one, you get one free.
You buy one, you get one free.
I said you buy one, and you get one free. We've had to pen her up because she had the bull calf, which is this first one, in the yard, took to it, mothered it lovely. And I was like, oh, it's a little calf, whatever, not bothered, up and sucking, great. And then I walked in the yard about 5 minutes later, and there was just this other calf lay there on the floor, another little one, which is a heifer, which unfortunately is probably gonna be a free martin, but it's just having a suck now. And because she took to the first one, she didn't think the second one was hers. So we've had to pen her up on the corner. She's suckling and fine and whatever, she's taking them, but we just want to be sure before we turn her out. But they're beauties. They're just doing really well, and we weren't expecting it, so she's done a great job too. Calved on her own, no trouble. Sometimes you get them tangled up inside, so you get one might come backwards or whatever else, but it's been pretty good. Been meaning to show you this for a couple of weeks. See this right in here? It's clever. So when we're calving, normally, this is where Dad will do all the tags. So we've got like a bit of a bench around here, and it's like the on-farm office. Not the farm office where we do all the book work, but the on-farm office. Usually you just have a ton of tags laid out here with everything that's calved. But this year, Dad has written on here some words. So that's the Maystead, top yard, middle yard, bottom yard, back sheep shed. From that, these are the calves that have been tagged, that are in the yards, that haven't gone out to grass. And he'll lay them below each shed. So in the middle yard, we've got that one calf that we've just seen. In the bottom yard, we've got a couple. We've got another one now because we just had it. These two are the twins. So that's why they're there. They're from the middle yard, but they're at the side because they're out of the yard. Back sheep shed, we've got one in there. And obviously top yard, which is where the Dysons are, and the Maystead, we don't actually have any in there, although we have had a calf in there this morning. So how we operate is, when the calf's born, we just let it mother for a little while, and then we'll just jump in there. So that one that was just born, probably jump in there in a couple hours, maybe lunchtime, and we'll snap a tag in its ear so we know what the calf is and who its mother belongs to. Dad keeps a list on his phone of all of that, so he keeps up a list and then does the physical tags. If I see something calving, or if I find something calved, I'll get all the details, ping it across to Dad, he adds it to the list, so we know everything. We've got a comprehensive list there on the phone. Then we come to get cattle out, we can go pull the cow out, pull the calf out, Then at that point, we put the second tag in its ear and we'll put a ring on it if it needs castrating or whatever else. Should also point out that this tray is cows that have lost ear tags, so as they calve, we'll stick an ear tag in them before they go out. I take charge of all the sort of digital recording, so registering calves with BCMS and stuff on HerdWatch, which I do need to do because I'm miles behindhand. I need to actually get on with that, but that's what I do. So I do that kind of the digital stuff on the computer or on the phone. Dad does the physical tags. He's always done the physical tags, but this year he thinks he's got some arthritis in his hands. He's really struggling with the pliers, so I think moving forward, maybe next year, I might have to start and do that as well. So here's the Maystead, and this is the calf that we had in here this morning. They love just coming out through this barrier and go for a little walk round. Oh, you're a bit young. Look at you. Don't hurt yourself. What are you? Bull calf. Mum's there. Come on, back in there. Come back. Come back in. Come on. Come back in. Come on. Mineral lick update. So these are the last two of these buckets we got going in, because we've got some of the smaller ones and they're gone out to grass. These big ones are a bit better in the yards. So I said I'd give you an update as how I felt about them. I think these buckets are pretty good, to be honest. They are the Suckler Mag Booster bucket from Stoag. Theirs are 80 kilos. I think the other ones, the little ones, are 20 kilos. We've got a couple of little ones, one in the Dysons and one up with the Heifers. And then we're going to put these big ones in here and in with the blues. But one thing I will say is, as you can tell, the cows bloody love them, and they will just keep eating them and eating them and eating them, and they go through them pretty quick. Partly I think that's because they're 12% mag, and if they had more mag's pretty bitter, so that would slow them down. So if they were 15%, I think that'd be pretty good, just slow their intakes down a little bit. And if they had a bit less sugar in, because it's like eating cake. I mean, everyone likes a bit of cake, right? And you know you're only supposed to have a little bit of cake, but if it's good, you can have another slice. And I think that's part of the trouble here. They're eating cake, and it's, well, just look at them. As I've said in the past, these cows don't really need them because they've been bolused, so they've got plenty of minerals inside. But a cow can't retain magnesium within its system, so it has to have a constant feed of magnesium, and magnesium will improve contractions on the uterus during calving, so having magnesium in the yards is really good for them. Also, magnesium when they go out to grass stops them getting grass staggers, so having a magnesium block, whether it's in the yard or out of grass, is really good. You don't need to be one of these booster blocks, it could just be straight mag, but I inquired about some mag blocks and had to have a full pallet. Didn't need a full pallet, so went for some more of these, because to be honest, they're good. They got selenium, they got phosphorus, they got a lot of stuff that's going to help bolster fertility when we come down to that job. So yeah, pretty good bucket. Nail and rollers out because we've been running pipe for the young stock that are down where we've done the Clipex fencing. You wouldn't toss that?
I can do it, I can get it. Oh.
If you haven't worked it out already, we got a new gatepost to go in, and it's big. Actually, this isn't an electric one. Or is this an electric one? Yeah, it's an electric one, not a telegraph pole. So it's not telephone, it's electric. So it's a big one. The old post is snapped off. There it is. Pull the gate off. We don't like gates you have to drag, so we're putting in a good post. I'm hoping we can knock this in straight down the hole where the old one was. But it's hard, and I just can't see it happening. Yo, whoa, 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 back, back, back. See what happens. I don't know if you're gonna have it high enough to get the... Might have to knock it a bit and then see. Problem solved. Let's get knocking. She's going now. I don't know where she's going, but she's going. Getting there now. Trying to get down to this mark. Is here. That'll be 4'6" out of the ground and 3.5 foot in the ground. Go on, Dad, tell them. What is it?
It's the only gate post on the farm that wasn't swinging. That gate were broke off. So now When we hang the gate, every gate on the farm will now swing.
We've got a big digging job on. We've got a water pipe here that my brother caught with a subsoiler years ago. And we need it because the cows are there and they need to go to the other side of that hedge in the distance and we ain't got no water. Dug the stop tap up over there and we've put a water meter in, and Dad multiplied this in a long time ago with about 12 horsepower, and that's why it's that deep. And as you can see here, yeah, there's a bit of a clay digging. So this has all been dug out for bricks years ago. And obviously as he's gone into the digging, multiplier's gone up. Couldn't get the 12 horsepower to grip, so he's lifted it out a bit back in whatever year it was, in the 80s or whatever. And now we've got problems. He seems to think he had 3 tractors on the front of it. So there must have been 4 horsepower each. And yeah, this is the issue we've ended up with. We thought this was the other end, actually. We thought this was the end that's come from there, and we were hoping to put a stop tap on there and then turn it on at the water meter and see if we had any more leaks. But we found the other end, which is not a bad thing because we do need to join it up, but we need to dig then up here somewhere and see if we can find the end we want. And if we do, we'll just join them both together. Just gonna move the dig around and dig across the pipe where we think the other end is, because we've got a length of pipe to put in. So if we do catch it, it's not the end of the world. And we do want to dig to the edge anyway, because we want to put a standpipe in to feed this field from the middle, because at the minute we have to feed it from the bottom and we have to have a lot of extra pipe. Oh, this is wobbling all over the place. But yeah, hopefully we'll find it. Oh, my digger has a tendency to walk. Oh, I don't want to back into his buggy. It's not as deep as we thought it was. I mean, I knew it wasn't very deep, but I'm surprised. I really am. I thought it'd be a bit more like 2 foot, not 6 inches.
We went down into the valley and thought, I can't remember what it was. It was 2140. About 2 2140 and 3040.
Been training these boys up, look, to work on the council, and they found it. Stand there with a shovel and then take all the glory. Here it is. Look in the bottom. There we are. And for anyone who thinks we're on boys land, look at this. What we got, about inch of topsoil there, look, and then we're onto clay.
Look at these little whispers.
Yeah, look at these roots, look. That's herbal lays. Coming down there, look. Herbal lay roots. Even in that clay. Look, here's a pile of our topsoil. Look at that. That's it's fun stuff to deal with. We've got a lot of that. Now we've found it, we can dig back to the hedge to put the standpipe in, and then we'll dig along here to find a bit of decent pipe, join it in, see if it don't leak, and then dig the rest of the way. I feel like I'm channeling my inner Crawford. So we've dug along here and we've found the end where we've broke it. So hopefully now we can dig that, put a stop tap on it, and then pressurise the whole pipe. And if we're lucky, the meter won't go round and we'll be all right. What I've got to do now is just connect from here to here, and job's a good one. So now for the moment of truth, we've put the stop tap on the end, opened it up, Dad's gone to see if you can turn it on, and then if we're lucky, water will come out the end. Something's happening. Let's turn it off. Right, turned off.
It stopped.
The meter's stopped.
Yep.
Oh, brilliant. So now what we've got to do, cut this back there, run a pipe along for a standpipe over there, and then put a new length in to there and try it again. So here's what we've done this end. We've got a T-piece that goes to a standpipe that's the other side of that hedge. This is the stop tap for everything going that way, where we've just connected the pipe on, and we've put a meter in so that we can constantly keep an eye on if it's leaking or not. So now we've joined it up, we're going to turn it on, and hopefully the meter will just go around a little bit whilst it fills the pipe, and then it will stop. Right, it's not stopping, so I'm going to turn it off and go see what we can find the other end. So we're coming down to the other end now. The tractor's just round that corner. Dad's found this, which is the stop tap for everything going up here. We want to bring them cows. They got another sort of couple of days grazing, and we want to bring them onto this ground going up to the top eventually. So we need to get this water sorted.
Before we had the mower plough, they done that with the old tunnel digger.
This is better soil. Look, you see why? Because this used to be underneath the hedge. Leaves.
Steel part like we've seen, and when we scrapped the steel part because we caught it through that bloody what's it there.
Bloody deep. I'm deeper here than it is in that clay hole.
I know it is. It'll be deeper here, see, because you dug it, James.
So here's the pipe. We've got a blue pipe coming in there. Here's the stop tap. There is a black pipe under here. This is an old metal pipe here, which used to be the water pipe, but obviously this has been ran up the side of it, new. So we've turned it off, and hopefully, I'm hoping that solves the problem. So we haven't solved it. We know it's good to here, but somewhere between here and that stop tap that we've just found, it is no good. So now we've got a mission. We're going to run our blue pipe out as long as we've got, and then we're going to dig in and try and connect that and hope that it's somewhere between here and there, because this is the clay hole. This is the most likely place for it to be. So if we're lucky, we'll find it here. But I think we're going to have to be bloody lucky. It'll either leak or it won't leak. If it don't leak, you have to join it back up again. And then you go another 25, whatever that is. If you cut into it more often, you're less likely to put a massive piece in that you don't need to put in, but you'll have more joints. If you cut into it less often, you'll have less joints, but you might scrap if you could have put 50 metres in, you might scrap 49 metres to find it. I reckon it'll be somewhere here.
Yeah, that's all right.
Found it again. See what this brings. Right, let's try again. Dad's marked up there. We're gonna go and turn it on, see what we can find. Eventually, when we do find it, we're gonna put a new length from where we first dug in to wherever the hole ends up being. Let's see what happens here. Well, that's not worked, so looks like we're gonna have to do some more digging, but we've run out of day. So I've got to go and sort some cows. Whatever you get up to this weekend, have a good one, and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da!